Hello friends, welcome to the solution video of today's lead code challenge. The challenge today is named as delete characters to make fancy string. Okay, so let's concentrate on this challenge, what this challenge is actually saying. Okay, so in this we are given a string, okay, and then we have to delete characters from the given string to make it a fancy string. Okay, so let's go through the problem statement. The problem statement says that so first of all, the problem tells what do we mean exactly by the fancy string. Okay, so what do we mean exactly by the fancy string? So what is a fancy string? A fancy string is a string where no three consecutive characters are equal. So in a given string, if three consecutive characters are equal, then that is not a fancy string. For a string to be regarded as a fancy string, it has to have only two consecutive characters equal. Okay, so it has to have only two consecutive characters equal. And what are those, consecutive characters? So it could be any consecutive characters. Okay, and we are given a string, we have to delete the minimum possible number of characters from s to make it fancy. So see, there is this, in this minimum possible. So wherever you find three consecutive characters, you have to, three or more. Okay, so you have to just take into account only the two consecutive characters. You don't have to, you have to completely disregard the other characters. Okay, and see, even though the problem here is telling the minimum possible, okay, but it is not asking us to return the minimum possible number. It's just asking us to return the final string. Okay, so we should only be concentrating on, just taking the two consecutive characters and completely disregarding the other consecutive, any other number of consecutive characters. So anything which is more than two, like 3, 4, 5, 6, all those consecutive characters which we can, you know we can skip, we can completely disregard that. Okay, only two consecutive characters will be taking and appending into the final string, and that's what we will be returning back. Okay, so in order to accomplish this, I'm going to propose a very, easy and simple solution. And how are we going to, develop that solution? So in order to develop that solution, what we will do, that we will, first of all, we will take this, char array SARR is equal to s dot to char array, like this. Int n is equal to SARR dot length, like this. Okay, and after we have this length, what we will do, that we will also create one result array, because we will be, storing this result in this. And then what we will do, that new int array, and same as this. Okay, and now we have to have one, int index is equal to 0, count is equal to 0. Now what we will do, that so index is equal to 0, perfect. Okay, but we want to, the first string, we want, the first string cannot be the repeated string. Okay, that is for sure. So what we'll do, that index plus plus is equal to SARR of 0. Okay, so whatever is the first index in SAR, we can definitely put it in the result index, because that is not the repeated character, that cannot be repeated character, in any case. And after we have done this, okay, the count will always be equal to 1. So let's put one count variable here, int count is equal to 1. And then what we will do, that we will take a for loop. Okay, and this for loop, we need not start from 0. Why? Because already we have taken into account what is there at the 0th index. And since we don't want to do that, what we will do that we will go to n plus plus I, like this, and then what we will do that we will put a check. And now since we are starting from index 1, we can definitely put the check like this: I minus 1 equals SARR of I, like this. And if it is like this, then we can definitely increment the count. Okay, and we can put a check, that since only anything which is less than 3, okay, less than 3, anything which is less than 3, we can put this in result of index plus plus is equal to SARR of I. Okay, so this I, we are using I to access the characters in the string array, and we are using index to access the characters in the result array. Why two different indexes? Because SARR index could be at different value, could be having a different value, but I and dx could be at a different value, because we are not taking all of the characters from SAR into result. So this part is clear to us. And then the else part, if the consecutive characters are not there, then in that case what we will do, then in that case also we will put this thing index plus plus is equal to SARR of I, and then the count will become 1. Okay, so this is the new thing. And after we have done this, what we will do, we'll return the, will convert this result array into the string form. So there is a constructor in a string which takes a character array. So as a result is a character array, so it will take, and then we need to tell what is the see, result initially was created with the length of same length of as n. Okay, same length as input string s. Otherwise, if it is not like that, then we'll put 0 here over here. And since index has been incremented, but still it might not be equal to the nth value. Why? Because only we are incrementing if count is less than 3. If count is 3, 4, 5 or any other consecutive, the given string can have so many number of consecutive characters, but we are not bothered about that. We are only bothered, we are only concentrating when index, we are only taking characters, at most 2 consecutive characters. We are skipping any other number of consecutive characters, 3, 4, 5, any other number of consecutive characters we are skipping, we are disregarding that. So our final index value will not be equal to the n value, it will be something below that. Okay, so we have to tell that you have to go till that value and exclude that last value. Okay, so excluding the last value, it will start from 0 and exclude the last value. So that is that is what happens in any other string related thing. And if we I think this is clear that what we are doing here. Okay, so why this solution is efficient? See, we are not using any string builder or any other thing. We are had we been using a string builder, then we would have been appending that character and then keeping the count value and appending depending on the count. So all that thing we are not doing. So we are not running a separate loop. We are just using the inbuilt mechanism in Java, that there is a string constructor. The string constructor takes a character array. This string constructor takes a character array. This result is a character array. And only thing else that from this that we are doing is we are specifying what is the starting index and what is the ending index. Remember, the ending index is always exclusive. Okay, starting index is included in the result, but ending index is excluded. This is this is in conformance with the other string operation. So with this, let me run this and show how this solution is working. So let me run this. New, oh sorry, chair. New chair. Out of habit, I'm putting int. That is not correct. Perfect. So this is correct. Let me submit this. Perfect. So see, this is one of the fastest solution. This is beating all other solution. With this, I would like to, I hope you enjoyed this solution. I would like to thank one and all. Happy coding. Best wishes. Happy Diwali. Enjoy your day.